Hello Cancer, forgive the cards that are already on the board. I started your video, had to stop and start over. I didn't want to put them away because they were obviously meant for you. So you were my third most popular starseed video from last month, which means you get to be number 3 uploaded for this month for the AstroCharms. Forgive me. I actually started recording I recorded a full video for you the other day, and when I went to, hold on, I don't know if I want all of those. It's like so many cards there. I think we're gonna go ahead and take it anyway. When I went to edit the videos, like a good portion, there were 3 of them I think total, that there was no audio. I don't know what happened. It was you and 2 other signs. And so the work that I thought I had completed was not completed after all. So here I am starting over. But as I'm starting over, I felt very strongly that I needed to add a couple of decks to this month's reading. So if you happen to watch I think there were, well, I'm actually going to name them. I think it's Sagittarius, Aquarius, and Virgo. Oh, and Taurus. That only have 1 deck in their reading. But it looks like the rest of the signs will have multiple. So if you are one of the other signs and you are watching, you know, for your sun, moon, or rising right now, and you're like, what the fuck? I apologize. I didn't mean it. It just happened. I had gotten halfway through with recording and I got sidetracked because I was doing something else. Tried to edit, found out that there were a couple that didn't have any audio, and now I'm back to finish what I had started to begin with. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into your reading. I have a new deck here. Well, it's new for me. I don't know if it's new on the market, but it's new for me. We're going to get to know it together. We're going to add this deck. I don't know why I picked it up, but we're going to add that at the end. Interesting that we did start with the wand, and I do feel like there's a hair on the pointer finger, this marking right here. I don't know if you can see that. Come on. Oh, come on. Well, you can see there's a little mark right here on the finger. Anyway, I'm seeing it kind of like the sign for Jupiter. It kind of looks like the astrological symbol for Jupiter. Well, if I'm remembering correctly about the astrology, and we're going to actually take those because of the way that they fell. If I'm remembering what's going on with the astrology right now as we're recording, I think Jupiter and Neptune are both in Pisces. Look at the shit-eating grin on this dude's face. He looks like he's up to something, huh? Like he's got a secret. Like he's got a juicy secret. Take that however it resonates for your situation. But anyway, and you could be dealing with a Pisces, but you don't have to be. What I was getting at is that if, in fact, well, I don't want to move out of the video. I was going to say, let me double check real quick, but no, I don't want to leave the video. So if Jupiter, let's just read it as if Jupiter and Neptune are both still in Pisces as I'm recording this video, which means both of Pisces rulers, both the traditional as well as the modern ruler, are sitting in Pisces. And that's very auspicious energy. Pisces is a very creative sign. Especially with this wand. The way that the wand and all of the, like, the twinkling coming from the end of it, meaning that there's like a flash coming from the end of the wand. So the energy has been already expressed in some way. So you've done something creative. You've expressed something creatively in some way that I think is going to be beneficial for you. And it could be that it might even, ooh, look at, you've got the world underneath this with the Empress. I think it's going to be, ooh, and the Emperor. It's going to be very, and it's, whatever it is, it's very sudden. It comes in. Oh, and then look, you've got the 9, this is basic, it's the 9 of, hold on, I can't remember the name of that suit. Hold on. I think it's the starships, but let me double check. Oh no, it's not. It's the hold on. Okay, this is the 6 of Wands, or excuse me, the 9 of Wands. Those are the cloaks. Okay, hold on. And then you get the Ace of Cups. Hold on. So the 9 of Wands. It's like don't give up is the message of that card. But let me look at this because this is all of the energy that led you to this moment. It's the energy of the past that led you up to this moment where you are watching this reading with me right now. So the dude has a shit-eating grin. He's got some sort of a secret, something very juicy. He can't really tell anybody. He wants to tell somebody. Has to do with some sort of very successful completion of a project. Something, it's like an accomplishment, right? You see that vortex? Whatever this accomplishment is, it is like a vortex of energy that radiates out, but also creates a portal there. This portal that's probably going to suck you through, and I say that simply because we have the Tower card right here, right? It's going to like suck you through. It's something that's going to probably happen. If it's not quick, it'll be something sudden, like you might be going along, plodding along on something, and you're like, man, you know, like when is this going to, like when am I going to find success at this, or when is this going to take off? When am I going to, and I say take off because of this energy here, because that's what would happen, especially in a Star Trek themed reading. Like once you hit the gas on one of those spaceships, you're going to take off, right? So why hasn't something taken off yet? Why haven't I accomplished XYZ yet? Why can't I seem to find success in whatever it is that you're doing? Something creative, probably something creative that you're trying to be the boss, or something that's a partnership. Even it could be marriage. It doesn't have to be, but you know, this is a partnership. These two are counterparts. They sit on the throne side by side in tandem, ruling their kingdom together. And it's like a sudden thing. Is with the Tower, like it could be they're ruling when there's chaos, they're ruling over chaos in the kingdom. But I'm not really seeing this as chaos. I'm seeing this as like once this finally takes off, whatever it is that you've been working on, when it takes off, it's going to be sudden because of this card. And there's going to be more than likely two people, or some sort of partnership or something that comes in where there's two people. One is the creative one and the other is the muscle, right? Like this is the I shouldn't say muscle, but that's kind of how it feels. Like one is the one that creates the stuff, the other one's the one that goes out and sells it or something, or promotes it or something to that effect, right? Okay. Like don't give up is what this card here, with that being the 9 of Wands, that's what it's saying. There's only one piece. Ooh, and you know what I just realized, now we've got this Ace of Cups, there's only one piece of the puzzle missing, and it's this Ace of Cups, which is a heartfelt new beginning. It does not have to be romance, it's just a heartfelt new beginning. Probably someone making a judgment call on something, right? Because of the Judgment card. Or someone finally waking up and realizing finally waking up and realizing something, right? And then boom, bippity boppity boo. Like here comes the fairy godmother. Cinderella's finally got the dress. Like, because think about it, she really thought she was not going to get to go to the ball. And then there comes her, you know, her helping hand. Okay, so strangely, the way that these are coming out, it's like if this is something where it's talking about two people or a relationship, and there was something holding this relationship back, I think it was someone blocking this relationship, because this card here is in the neutral. And I feel like we need to read that last as your advice. So, oh, look at, it's the Ace of Pentacles, or basically the Ace of Latinum, meaning money. Money, money, money. And this one being someone holding back, someone was holding back because of money. We have the song Nothing Even Matters, Lauryn Hill. So now we've got the Page of Wands and the High Priestess. It's like, okay, so the High Priestess is more secret energy. The Page of Wands is, actually, okay, so usually the Page of Wands is going to be someone immature, but that's not how I'm reading this person. This person is coming across very emotionless. But they bring good news regardless, right? And because it is the Page of Cloaks, I feel like it's saying don't let their outer demeanor fool you. They probably have a very young, childlike, fun soul. But this is someone that comes and delivers some sort of, this is the person that delivers this secret to you. Someone is going to deliver this secret to you, right? But they come across as kind of maybe cold, like they just don't give a shit. That's how they come across. Like, I couldn't care less. Who are you? Have we met? Like, do I know you? Right? But yet they're bringing you really good news. But it's a secret. You could have kind of felt this coming as well. And it could also be saying, like, if someone spills the beans, you better be like, who's that? I don't know what you're talking about. Like, you better, like, 1000%, this better be you. If someone spills the secret, if I'm spilling the secret to you, you better play it off like you don't know. Anyway, let's see what this is here. You know what? Yeah. So we have the peeper. Look at. See information you're not supposed to have. Someone snuck a peek. We've got the tank, but it's in the reverse. We have the hermit, the sword, the flip. Like, ooh, with the flip, it feels like it almost didn't happen. We have the notes, and then we have the enchantress. Ooh, hold up. Was it a choice between two? You know, I can't, I'm sorry, I'm getting all like, ooh, the gossip in my tone, but I swear to God, let me tell you, this morning, like, the other thing that I really felt like I needed to do, I didn't even want to do these AstroCharms at all. I did not want to do these AstroCharms. I wanted to start on a whole new series called Trashy Love Reads. I swear to God. And I might still do it. I don't know, but I'm so behind on videos. I don't want to start something else. And I haven't even gone and done my inventory. I'm getting so behind. But anyway, I want to do some trashy love reads. I think I'm going to. I really do. I feel like I need to do some trashy love reads. And I gotta be honest, this might, just because the enchantress is coming out with the flip and then the tank. And the tank is basically the laughing gas, but the laughing gas is upside down, like someone is not laughing. This is not funny, right? It's not funny at all. Because there might have been somebody trying to tempt at least. Trying to tempt, and it was like a coin toss, especially if this is talking about like a wedding or a marriage or something, right? Because we have the Emperor and the Empress. If this is about two people coming together to become like actual legal partners in terms of marriage, there might have been someone else trying to tempt one side away. If this is a business situation where you have some sort of creative something or other, either someone else or something else was getting in the way. Money, at least. Money was getting in the way, because remember, we have this card here. So maybe somebody was trying to tempt you away from what you were meant to do with the offer of a job or money or something, or, you know, I have a better offer than so-and-so over here if you just, you know, come and work with me. And it was also almost like a toss-up as to whether or not you were going to accept this offer. With the other readings, I really felt like I needed to read from the little book that comes with this deck to see what the cards meant when they're in the reverse as opposed to the upright. I do not feel that in this read. I feel very strongly that the way that I'm reading these cards, that if I go and read what it says from the book, there's a very good chance it may come up with something that is counter to what I'm saying that might confuse you, and I don't want to do that. We have the Hermit with the notes in the reverse. So the notes would mean, so I've tried to explain this in a couple of other readings, is that one of the ways that I read people, the way that I talk about how I read energy is it's kind of like music to me, right? Like, so you know how sometimes if you put people together, like you might have someone that has their own musical talent and their own musical style that's individual to themselves, right? And then you've got another person that has their own individual music style, but you try to put the two together and it's just off. It just clashes. The music is just wrong. It doesn't sync up. The beat is off. You can't hit the harmony. It's just wrong, right? That's how this feels. But here's the thing. Because it's coming out underneath the Hermit card, this is where, so you've got this energy of the Enchantress, this temptation that comes in, right? And then it puts you in your head, or it puts somebody in their head, if it's not you that had the temptation. It puts somebody in their head and they're like, man, like something's off about this. There's something that's just not, like the music is just off. It's clashing. These two parts aren't working together correctly. They're grinding together, and it hurts my ears. So now we need to come up with a solution. Like I need to go and think about this, because obviously this formula isn't working anymore. So that I say the formula because if we are talking something creative, that could very well be something musical, right? And a lot of times you have to have, you got to have the sheet music set out, or you have to have you have to have a plan. I mean, you can go in and just play. And a lot of times that's very successful and you come up with something very beautiful. But in this case, it's obviously not working that way. Like you have to go in and figure out the right formula, how to make these things work, right? Another thing that's very interesting to me, like, okay, remember we were talking about the secret here, like somebody, they've got a shit-eating grin. Every time I see this card, I'm like, I don't like this energy that comes from him, because he looks like a troublemaker a little bit to me. I always say that. But I did see it as like, I've got a secret. I've got a really juicy secret. A really juicy secret. Now, I'm reading this sword in the reverse, especially coming out under the peeper, which is the card that I'm seeing as more confirmation of the secret with this Page of Wands, right? So you see he's peeping in on something that he doesn't have any right to know. He doesn't need to know what's going on the other side of that door. It's not his business. So like that's number one. That's kind of what like swords are always air energy or communication energy, right? So I'm reading this two ways right now. Either number one, whatever this secret is that has been given to you, whoever gave it to you was not supposed to have it. Like it's not their business. They were not meant to have the secret. The other thing is be wary, because they could be trying to mess with you or trying to fuck with you. Right? It could be part of this energy here, because the sword is in the up or in the reverse. This is ready for battle. When the sword is up like that, that means the sharp edge is up and out. The pointy end is ready to do damage. If it was like this, it would basically be, you know, it would be in the ground, right? Like it's not getting ready to cut or hurt anybody unless you go and touch it yourself. So this is how it came out. Those are fighting words. So again, take that however it resonates. But with this energy, this Enchantress, this temptation coming out here, like whoever it is that's making this decision does not see it as something that's funny. Like they're taking this decision very seriously. Like very, very seriously. They're not, like if you suspected that this was a game to them, or if they were just playing, it's not. They're very serious about this. Okay, so let's get some crystals. Very interesting music today. I have it on shuffle, but it's mostly like love songs, like but I would call like I Miss You Baby love songs. So this one's another, again, John Legend. Okay, so let me, and that's been for all of the ones that the videos that I've recorded so far today. I kind of feel like those were a mistake. Hold on. I saw one of the cards, but I'm actually going to take those. I don't know why. Okay. So the top row is very clear. It's talking about fully embracing your own personal power, whatever that is, right? Whatever, your own personal power of expression really is what I feel like it's saying, because it's solar plexus here with the petrified wood and the tiger eye. And I actually feel like these are the crystals that you would want to work with. And I feel like, you know, all you really need to do, like you can wear pearls if you have them, and then just put the others around your house. Especially petrified wood is it's such a beautiful stone to use as a decorative type of crystal. Tiger eye as well, because it has that chatoyance to it. So it gives it that gold appearance, that golden flash. But the petrified wood, like I just thought about, like if you could actually get, you know how they do carvings with certain crystals, like if you could get a tiger made out of tiger's eye, that would be something beautiful, but that would be so expensive. It would be crazy, like to get it as a piece of decorative anything. But if you have the money, go for it. Just saying. Otherwise, I would just take pieces of petrified wood and tiger's eye and use it throughout your house as like decorative little enhancements, right? And then wear pearls, because I think that's what it's saying, is those are the only crystals that you really need to work with. And it's because you want to embrace the energy that's coming through here. Excuse me. So we have celestite, which is the energy of knowing. This is your intuition, right? Or your reasoning, being able to reason out a problem or an issue. And then we have jade for your dream work. So again, you know, they say that we do a lot of our higher subconscious work in dream time. I feel like this is saying that you might want to journal that as well. Then we have Amazonite, the middle road. This is interesting to me because we have knowing, dream work, and then the middle road. And I feel like jade and Amazonite, because of the coloring here, they're very much connected. And then they move down to the apatite. And this has to do with how you're going to express yourself or not. I think it's basically saying not to express yourself, or to stay neutral or as calm as you can, because of this card here, in whatever this situation is, especially when it comes to whatever this secret is, or this communication, whatever, right? You want to be stoic. And these two down here, the inner child and foresight, or Sujulite and appetite, it's talking about, this is what is coming through in your dream work. This knowing is coming from your inner child's intuitive understanding of what's happening in your situation and how you need to stay calm, as well as you need to stick to your boundaries, your own personal, like, whatever your personal power is, do not, like, you need to allow that to shine, like, allow the purity of that to come out. Like, that's what the pearls are all about. It's a stone of purity, a pure heart. It's a very gentle, watery stone, very Cancerian stone. Although I don't think in terms of like birthstones, I don't know if it's listed as the Cancer birthstone or not. I feel like the energy of pearl is the energy of Cancer sun or moon. Definitely Cancer moon. But anyway, let's go ahead and look at the charms to see, like, what do you need to be aware of over the month of December regarding this energy. See what I mean? Like, listen to this next song. It's all, we've got Steady Love, India RE. It's like all like deep love songs coming through. Or like I Miss You, kind of like. All right. All right, so we have the sign of Leo coming through. So if there's something going on at work that you need to stand up for yourself or your beliefs or something, they want you to do it. They want, like, you could be dealing with a Leo. You could need to stand up to a Leo. But I think more importantly, because, so what most people who, especially if like you're new to astrology or you only read your sun sign or something from the, you know, the magazine or something, most people don't realize that we have in our chart all 12 signs of the zodiac. So if you have a Cancer rising, like, or Cancer ascendant, that means that you're going to have Leo over your second house. Meaning that when it comes to those things that you value, you know, like the things that are important to you, Leo energy is going to be very strong in that area of your life anyway. So if there's something concerning that or connected to that in your career or your work or your reputation, where you need to stand up for yourself, it's like it's saying, it's calling out your inner Leo, and it's saying, like, scream it from the rooftops if you need to, whatever it is that you value. Because I think that's what's going to make you shine, especially with this piece of clear quartz that I call the scepter quartz. Like, you know, like how a monarch would hold a scepter, right? Like, they're special. I don't even know what the scepter is for. What do they use a scepter for other than it's a symbol of power? You can tell I don't follow the royal family, and I apologize for that if you do. But anyway, it just kind of looks like a scepter to me. But it's not a piece of scepter quartz. It just looks like it to me. So I always read the energy as like you hold the power in this situation, especially here. Your voice can be very powerful. With these letters that are coming out, these are like people or issues that you're dealing with or places. And it is coming over your 7th and 8th houses. So this is, you know, if this is a marriage issue, these are people involved in this situation. If this is, especially if like this is a marriage or partnership issue that involves money, you know, together, because these two houses, that's what it is. This is your marriage, your spouse, and this is your spouse's bank account, but this is also your joint bank account, any investments, other things like that that come through the 8th house. You find all contracts, promises, and obligations in the 7th house. All people that are opposed to you are going to be in the 7th house, as well as your spouse will be found in the 7th house. And in the 8th house, you're going to find sexual issues, like actual sex. There could be violence, death, you know, endings, transformations, inheritance, mediumship, occult issues, joint resources, all that kind of stuff comes through the 8th house. So we have the letters, oh, it's spelling out lie. It's spelling out lie. Unless you know people with those initials, it's spelling out lie. L-I-E. We have the song, I Want to Be Your Man, Roger. Let me turn this rune over real quick so that I can show that to you as well. Oh, interesting. You also may hear about a loss, a financial loss with this particular rune. It was coming in the 3rd house, so that's news of some sort of financial loss when it's upside down like that. Also having the castle come over the 4th house, it's like it's talking about a house itself, right? The financial loss could be around a house, could be also lies around a house, because that particular castle makes me think of fantasy stories, fantasizing storybooks, right? And then this is spelling out lie here. So if you're dealing with a Leo, they're a liar. Somebody could be lying to you about their financial situation, about their living situation, something. They could even be lying to you about their marital status. Very interesting that I thought, like, remember we talked about The Secret at the very beginning, and I thought it was going to be good news. Now, I don't know, I mean, I don't know how good news this lie can be, but again, take it however it resonates for your situation. The bellows here, bellows, you know, that breathes life into a fire in your fireplace. That's what keeps the fire going when you open and close the bellows, right? So, like, if you want to breathe new life into a situation, or you want to reignite something, or something, if there's something about a new start or a reignition within 3 months concerning this energy. Definite lie about money, with this coming out in the 8th house and this coming out in the 3rd house being upside down. This is the rune of wealth. It's the it's, you know, cattle, wealth, anything that you have that is of value. But being in the reverse, it's like you might as well take your wallet and just dump the contents out. Okay, I'm so sorry for that that turn at the end. I hope that resonates. If it does not, you may want to watch for your sun, moon, or rising. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell your friends, anything that you can to help me, because it really does help me, and I thank you very much for watching.